How you doing? We're going to do a little bit of show and tell in a new kingdom. They have changed a whole bunch of little things. Guys, 6-7 months ago, I told you everything that I saw was indicators that they were really, truly focused on rebuilding the market from the ground up. In other words, all you people have been playing for years and said this is the way it was. Well, sit on your rocking chairs and talk about the days of old, because that's about all they're going to be. I'm seeing some old kingdoms just blow up, including one of my old kingdoms that I was very fond of. I was very fond of the people that were in there, especially the RRG guys. And Creep. You know, you guys that listen to the live show that know Creep, listening on Creep on there. Creep is the only person in GOG that's ever been an R5 that's never lied to me. Out of the hundreds of R5s I've talked to, they've always had an angle. So take my experience for what it is. It's just either they're trying to get over on somebody they believe that it would be a feather in their hat they're getting over on them so they can brag or whatever. But Creep's the only one who never lied to me. We worked together. Kingdom 362 would have never existed had it had not been for us sticking together to shut down our coining troll early on a couple years ago. You know, it got to the point where the coiners started working together. And then it got to the point where the coiners' egos just overrode all desire to work with anybody. And as everybody knows, absolute power creates absolute problems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you down here in our horse. Let me switch scenes here. Down here in our little horse now, we no longer collect creation EXP. Okay, so this is for the new players. And for those new players, RogersRaiders.com, guys. I gotta forget that you don't know. We got new market coming in all the time, and I've got to address new market all the time. I got a whole bunch of people in these videos you see complaining that I've dumbed it down too much. On the other side, I got other people complaining that I haven't dumbed it down enough. They're instructional videos, and I've known for at least 6-7 months to a year that I need to break things down so that an R5 has literally no excuse for why he doesn't just say, go to YouTube, type in GunMuse and Alliance donation. Because if you do that, before you turn around and have every one of your R4s and your R5s goes, donate, 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 donate. And some new guy walks in and goes, why do these people keep begging from me? I have no clue why they want what I got. No perspective in what you're doing. You are in charge and you're demanding something, and that person doesn't know why you're doing it. Okay? Trying to put this in perspective, there's a method to the madness to dumbing this stuff down. So we're looking at the very first thing. Now, on day one, we had, if 5,000 lords get to a 6 castle level, we would have got a free Demon Hunter set. That didn't happen. We did get 1,000. To get to C6 is a little harder than it used to be. We did get that far. Next is a solo event. Kill 11 sevens and above. Fairly easy. It's not hard to do. You don't even need a lot of troops. I think I was doing it with like 1,500 troops. So today we're finishing up the solo gathering, 600,000 resources. Took a couple hours. You can't just set it and forget it. To be careful there. So it's took a couple hours. Once the Alliance farm was up. Honestly, what's funny is they got you gathering resources up here. To do the 600,000, you got to have multiple marches. And you got to be religious about it and got to have enough troops to do it and get in there 4, 5, 6 times a day to get it done. But we're on day 4. It wasn't that hard. But then I had troops and I had marches. I even have gear for farming. And then I also spent a little of my Huawei points and bought me enough gold to do things like get my 50% farming buff up. You know, so I was moving 100,000 per march per hour. So it only took 2 hours to go get my 600,000. It was not, farming RSS is not my goal early in the kingdom. But this is them trying to teach people that it is something you have to do. So, you new players, you got to do it. But you need to be looking at this horse thing and say, what am I going to be doing today? So, at reset here, upgrade alliance to level 2. So that should be an automatic. We win there. Okay, so we're going to get another, was that ret ingots? Yep. I got 50 from yesterday, 50 today. I'll put a ret piece on. You can mix and match ret and demon hunter, just so you know. And there might be some advantages to it until the guard stuff gets worked out. So, I haven't double checked that. That was on the Disappointing Turtle. You can go YouTube search for Disappointing Turtle. She's got a video where she brought a couple guys in that were, I wouldn't use the testing method. Okay. I'm just, that's me, but I'm a little more anal about duplicatable results. I'm a big believer that math is an exact science. And if we can't duplicate it, then it didn't happen. All right. So, 2,000 lords having a level castle of 10. That's not going to happen. If I didn't have 1,000 people with level 6, the level 10, well, that's not true. Okay, I'm correct myself. When you come to a new kingdom now, or when you start a new castle, you get these King's Road challenge things on day 1. So the 2,000 lords having 10 castles, well, I know there was 10 farms outside my place just today. So some people are already setting up farm networks. Is what it is, does what it does, right? Then we're going to have kill 5,600 level 13. 56,000. I don't know where that number come from. But I know in, what was the kingdom we did? 583? 583, was it 583? Yeah, we couldn't come close to that when they did that. That's a fairly active kingdom. So that's a big don't even focus on type thing. 20 alliances with more than 30 members. That should be an easy automatic give me of Sun King ingots. They are really throwing stuff out here trying to get people to start in a new kingdom so that they don't have to hear this word merger. Because what you're asking them to do is keep all the stuff you spent over years. And I have been the one beating the drum telling everybody, yes, you're wasting their money if you steal this from them. Because you are. You gave them no path. I gave them a path. All they had to do was put the Care Bear system in. Leave the kingdoms as they were. Let the kingdoms recruit from the Care Bear system. There should be one new starter kingdom for everybody. It should be like a Care Bear system to where you can't have all your money stolen by some idiot who goes, it's a game, as he's just got no life, got no money, probably down at the McDonald's on his break using the free Wi-Fi to act like he's a big guy with 300 stats and just run people off who don't know better. So no one gets a chance to learn and be taught. Honestly, a good alliance, no children. And by no children, I mean, if you can stick to nobody under the age of 30, I'm not even getting, you guys who think that you're 25 and you're not a child, you're wrong. If you can stick to an alliance that's not under the age of 30, you are going to have a really good alliance. The cooperation level is much higher. So let's go over a couple more of these things that's going through there. Alliance defeat 600 level 1 or above Redguard camps. That's 20 stamina per. Does it tell me? That might be a 3-dayer. Even then, that's gonna be rough. Your alliance is gonna have to know. This is one of these things where the R5s, R4s, who aren't paying attention to anything. They're just doing what they knew how to do last time. And they're mimicking what the guy that kicked their ass did. And now they're going to get even with the world in the new one because they're the know-it-all. Who, if they were the know-it-all, they wouldn't have been getting their ass kicked in the other kingdom. They would have just been somebody that's part of a team and nobody noticed them. to be a good leader, you got to be a good follower, guys. If you haven't learned that lesson before you try to be in charge, that you could be part of a team and no one even noticed you were there because you were just a cog in the team, at that point, you can teach people how to be a team member because you knew how to be a team member. If you want to be in charge because nobody listened to you, that's not going to change just because you're in charge. It doesn't take people long to sniff out the idiot in the room. All right. Little leadership advice, whether you want it or not. Okay. So, gather. That's a kingdom gather. Upgrade castle 13. That should have been, I think I'm 20s right now. I don't even know. So defeat 48 level 1 or above Red Guard camps. That's a solo. So that's 960 stamina. That'll depend on how long the event is. That's going to depend on the activity of your alliance. And what it looks like to me. Okay, now you got to look at me, turn around saying, oh, that's rough for my alliance. Let's look at it from a business perspective and a gaming perspective. Events like this make people and players reevaluate where they're at. My alliance can't get this done. They're not active enough during my play time. I not only need to find an active alliance, I need to find an alliance that is active during my play schedule. Go to Rogers Raiders, create a forum, and see if you can't get a whole bunch of people during, I like to play between 3 and 5 in the morning, Pacific Coast time. See if you can't find 30 people. You don't need to find 100. See if you can't find 30 people that want to play that way. You all go join a new kingdom together. You'll be an epic freaking alliance. Okay? Make sure you sign up for the 50% bonus first. All right. I shouldn't say that because these videos stay up longer than that is. That's only good till the end of the year. We have been so blessed by the numbers on this. I don't think I'm going to have a problem renegotiating a new deal. Matter of fact, I really just don't. It's been you guys have been really, really good. You've been so good. I've been sitting around all day today trying to think of a way to give back, because there's so many kingdoms that just pay forward without thinking about it, and to give on a kingdom level and to support new kingdom growth and stuff like that. And well, not just new kingdom, maybe old kingdom growth. But I'm going to add to the sign up form where you enter your kingdom number. Why? Because I'm going to keep track of how much money your kingdom donates to my charity. And then I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll probably be $100, $200, whatever. I'm just going to go in live, and only members of your kingdom will be eligible to win that money. So you won't even know. I may put up a little thing to see who's like a leaderboard, like they do in GOG over here. We got leaderboards, right? Maybe I should have a leaderboard for those who are just playing the game, but as a kingdom, they're pushing forward charity and they don't even know it. There's so much that I do in the background that people just don't have a clue about, and I need to put it out more. I know I get accused of having a braggadocious nature, but I really don't like putting my business out on the street. I'm happy with it working without anybody knowing, but if I don't tell you that it's working and show you that it's working, honestly, the negative voices get to say whatever they want because there's nothing to challenge it. And you've got to grab those little guys and just bitch slap them across the room a few times before you figure out what's going on. 1,000 lords with level 15 castles. That should be a no-brainer by this time. Now, see, that would be one of those that if we didn't accomplish that one later down the road, I'd start to worry about my kingdom. Okay? That means we don't even have enough farms to feed KVKs, and this is where I like this new stuff, is these can be indicators of what's going on in the kingdom versus the KC chat where we had over 1,000 C6s. That means people who went in there and built up their accounts. In case there's 5 guys in KC and going, oh, this kingdom's dead. I'm moving on. I'm waiting for the next one. You mean because the other 996 guys don't want to talk to you? You got to remember, teenagers are fatalists. Nothing is ever not going to kill them, blow up. The earth is going to catch fire next week. Join my kingdom. Donate to my alliance. Call me the god. Right? All right. I just get this voice running in the back of my head when I hear these guys talk, man. It's not a good voice. It ain't Elmo. It's not even Elmo in Espanol. Elmo no tiene carta verde. Amiga Elmo, vámonos. All right. So I just wanted to show you that there's, the top one here is the Alliance power ranks. And when you complete that, then they'll start into these. This is what they replace the Vampire Thrall thing with. Okay. For those that have to do all these kill things, I have a video on how to use BlueStacks to macro farm your threats each day so that you can come over there, set up a macro, get your timing right, get it worked out, click a button, burn all your stamina up, kill all your threats, and go get a cup of coffee, something like that, while that's getting done on your PC. Just do like I told you to do for the Alliance donation. GunMuse Alliance donation. Go GunMuse Farming Thralls. I'll probably have to rechange that title and say Farming Threats. So put in Farming Threats. I will add it to the title, and then that way you can find it either way, because I wasn't thinking ahead that they would take the thralls out, and I should have been. That's a bad on my part. They do that on purpose, it seems like. It's like, oh, well, look. Because the day after I put that video out, they cut the money paid by BlueStacks by 75%. Cost me $800 in one day. Pissed me off. And it pissed me off, not just that GOG did that chicken ship crap, but that BlueStacks let them. So I say, whoa. We had an agreement at $4.50 an install, and all of a sudden I'm getting $1.20. Well, they cut their money. I said, well, they cut their money next month. And then they say, do you agree to our new terms? But once I click agree, we clicked agree. But BlueStacks is in another country, and quite frankly, sometimes people just say, yeah, well, we know it's too expensive to get a lawyer internationally. So, especially over $700. We plan for it. We take the losses. We take the hits. All right. So I'm going to do something to acknowledge what your kingdom is accomplishing for veterans. I want you guys to know what you're doing. All right. I think it's also going to be a really good indicator to what's going on in older kingdoms and newer kingdoms. I think we're going to get 2 good positive results out of that information. I think it's something you guys want to know. Down in the comments below, let me know, is that something you'd want to know? Do you want to know how much money your kingdom donated last month to my charity? I know. I know gross. I know how much God donated. That being said, guys, down in the comments below, let me know, is that something you want to see, that you want to do? Do you want to know what your kingdom donated to charity last month? Would you like who's the #1 kingdom for doing stuff other than killing? You may be the biggest losers in KVK, but the biggest winners in life. So, like I said, let me know down in the comments. Positive. Let's hashtag that. How about hashtag tell me? Let's see if we can make that trend with people that want to know. I think my average is about 50 comments per video. So I think if I get 12, that'll give me an indication of what the market's thinking, and I'll put the work in. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.